Now listen, little one, the wounds will heal in time. I know it weighs a ton, but baby, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, 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 fine. You'll be.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I am back again with another video, and we have a guest here. Chica, say hi. The topic I'm going to talk about tonight is what to expect after a cancer diagnosis. So we go through several tests and then your doctor calls you in and tells you it's malignant. From my experience, I went through several stages before I acknowledged that I was sick. Let me start it off with a short story. This was a month or so before my diagnosis in 2017. I was traveling, and 5 days into my vacation, I lost my phone. I got my phone stolen. I don't know what's wrong with this face because it seems like a magnet for pickpockets in Europe. It happened to me twice already. The sad thing is I just had the mobile phone for barely 2 weeks, so I was really sad. I was crying. I went to the police station and all, and I thought at the time that the world could have ended and I wouldn't care. And I remember locking myself up for like 2 days in my hotel room in Vienna, and I was so sad. It felt like I was the most unfortunate human being on earth at that time. So the point of the story is pre-cancer diagnosis, that was the kind of person that I was. It made me realize that life isn't about all those mundane things we complain about daily. So after the diagnosis, I realized that there's more to life than all those material things that we can have, and I felt like I had to live and have a more meaningful life. So I have 5 stages listed. I have my script here. Sorry, this cut is disturbing me. So the first stage is your initial reaction. After being told that it's malignant, of course, you'll be overwhelmed with the news and you feel scared. At that time, I barely cried because I felt like if I cry, I wouldn't be able to stop. And I felt scared. I was very scared, more than the physical pain that I knew I would experience during treatment, like chemotherapy, and the after or the side effects of treatment. It would really scare you. And I was more scared that I had to deal with it alone, having been an expat here in Dubai, living alone. I had no close family here. I have friends, but I was scared that I would go through this alone. And then right after the initial reaction, I had to take control. I know it's out of my hands. I am sick already, but somehow I need to find some sort of control. So I did some research. I went online or on the internet, went on Google, watched videos on YouTube, and tried to find videos of other people going through the same illness like me. And but it has its advantages and disadvantages though, because I came to a point where I had an overload of information that sometimes I was doubtful on what my doctors were telling me compared to what I have read or what I have seen on the internet. Eventually, I had gained some control over the things that were happening to me. And the third, oh my god, sorry. I'm so sorry for that. Now Chica has somewhat relaxed. So now on the third stage, it's about working with your healthcare team. So you'll have several doctors, several nurses, and of course you can't do it alone. So aside from family and friends, you have to trust your medical team. So at first, when I met my surgeon, he was the one who told me that it was malignant, and I had this instinct that I can trust this doctor with my life. So it's natural for anyone to seek a second, a third, or a fourth opinion. But with my case, since it was at stage 3 already, so I have delayed a lot of things already, so I had to trust my surgeon and for him to propose a lot of treatments and introduced me to the oncology department. And also, it's a wise idea that during these appointments you should bring a family member or a close friend, for when a lot of discussions are going on between you and your doctors, someone else has some questions that you wouldn't be able to think at that time. And also as a support system, you will need that. And after that, the fourth stage is that you have to realize that life goes on. After being told you've got cancer, the world does not stop and the world does not revolve around you. You have to continue living. So I had to earn a living. I had a job to keep. It just so happened that I was fortunate to be in a company where they are being very supportive. Like my supervisor, when I told him about it, the first thing he said to me, okay, as of now, don't think too much about work. Our priority here is your health. So that took off a lot of stress from my end, and our HR department was also very helpful with my insurance coverage, so I really didn't have to worry about that. And I was so happy that I continued to work even with my illness, because instead of staying at home and thinking a lot about the future, I was able to distract myself with work somehow, though I was mindful that I wasn't overdoing it and I wasn't really stressing myself out. So after this, the next stage that you'd go through, or for me that I went through, I realized that I really had to take care of myself, that what matters the most was my well-being. So I was mindful of what I ate. I had some shitty days where I was so emotional, but what I did, I started writing a diary. Every day I would write what my thoughts are, my feelings are, if I was frustrated with something or at someone, because being around people and them knowing that you are ill or would really take a toll on you, because each one of us has different beliefs and opinions, and some people were just too insensitive enough to tell you that, oh no, you shouldn't be doing this treatment, you shouldn't do chemotherapy, you should do it the natural way, you should have a mastectomy on both breasts, and why would you just have a mastectomy of one breast? And I was just too nice then that I just kept quiet, but now I realized I should have just told them to fuck off. Sorry. At the end of the day, it's you who has to decide what is best for you. So after going through all those stages, the initial reaction, finding some control, working with your healthcare team, realizing that life goes on, and prioritizing yourself, you'd come to the realization that you can go through it. Just keep the positivity. Keep praying. Always remember that your faith is bigger than your fear. There's always someone up there to help you. You have friends and family. And just stay strong. I guess that's it for now. I have to say goodbye. Any comments, suggestions, violent reactions, just put them down below and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.